Chosen one. Give me your full attention, because the truth I am about to share will forever change the way you understand your journey. If you stop listening now, you could miss the very revelation that opens the door to your next blessing and leads you into a deeper peace than you have ever known. I speak to you with certainty because you were never created to live an ordinary life or simply follow the path everyone expected. Your story was always meant to stand apart. Before you stood two clear roads. One promised safety, stability, and a future that appeared secure. The other called for endurance, sacrifice, and seasons that would stretch your faith. Yet instead of settling for either one, you stepped into a direction that did not exist until your faith gave it life. That is why heaven looked upon your journey with amazement. What happened was not an error, nor was it evidence that you had lost your way. It revealed the heart of someone I could entrust with a calling that reaches beyond predictable results and familiar expectations. Stay with me, because I am about to show you why the road you have traveled is not a sign of delay, but part of a greater design whose purpose is far deeper than you can presently understand. If these words speak to your heart, type Amen in the comments. From the beginning, I knew every possibility your life could hold. I saw every decision, every crossroads, and every direction that would stand before you. I placed two obvious choices within your reach, both of them reasonable according to human understanding. One offered comfort, steady progress, dependable blessings, and a life that appeared successful to those looking from the outside. The other was marked by challenges, long seasons of growth, moments that tested your faith, and experiences that would strengthen your spirit. Yet you surprised everyone. You did not completely embrace either path. Instead, you followed the voice burning deep within your soul. Your questions, your perseverance, your struggles, and your willingness to step beyond what had already been mapped out became the tools that carved an entirely new road. That path did not exist until you had the courage to walk it, and it has always been woven into the greater purpose I prepared for your life. Before you go further, take a moment to show your faith by liking this video, because your small act of agreement opens your heart wider to receive what I am speaking into your life right now. This third path confused many around you because it did not fit any pattern they understood. And even you have questioned yourself many times, wondering if you made the wrong decision. But hear me clearly, you did not step out of my will. You stepped deeper into it in a way that required more trust than most people are willing to give. The reason heaven stood still in that moment is because you did not just follow direction. You partnered with me in creating something new, something alive, something that carries your unique imprint. Type 7, 7, 7, 7. If you trust God, you must understand that the third path is not easier, it is not more comfortable, and it is not always clear, but it is powerful in ways that the other two paths could never be. The first path would have given you peace without growth. The second path would have given you growth through pain, but this third path is giving you both in a way that is deeply personal and completely aligned with who you truly are. This is why your journey has felt confusing at times, because you are walking through territory that was not mapped out in advance. There were moments when you felt alone, when you thought I had gone silent, when you wondered if I had abandoned you because things were not unfolding the way you expected. But I was not absent. I was watching you build something that could not be handed to you, something that had to be discovered step by step. Every wrong turn you thought you made was actually shaping your awareness. Every delay was strengthening your patience. and every unanswered question was expanding your faith beyond what is visible. You chose a path that requires you to listen more closely, to trust more deeply, and to stand, even when there is no clear sign ahead. That is why you feel different from others, because your life is not meant to be a copy of what already exists. You are not behind. You are not lost. You are in a process that is uniquely yours, and that uniqueness is what makes your calling so powerful. The two paths I placed before you were real, but they were not final. They were options within a larger possibility. You saw something beyond those options, something that could not be explained. And you followed it even when it made no sense. That decision did not confuse me. It revealed you to me in a deeper way because it showed your willingness to trust what you cannot fully see. There is a reason your story feels different, a reason your progress does not look like others, and a reason your struggles have shaped you in ways you cannot yet explain. You are not walking away from destiny. You are walking deeper into a version of it that is more alive, more real, and more connected to who you truly are. As you continue on this path, you will begin to see moments of clarity that remind you why you chose this direction. You will notice doors opening in ways that feel unexpected, connections forming that feel aligned, and a sense of peace that does not come from understanding everything, but from trusting that everything is unfolding as it should. Do not compare your journey to anyone else, because no one else is walking this path. Do not measure your progress by what you see around you, because your progress is happening in ways that are not always visible. And do not doubt your decision, because the courage it took to step into the unknown is the very thing that is preparing you for what is coming next. There will be moments ahead where you will feel like turning back, where the weight of uncertainty feels too heavy, and where the familiar paths seem more appealing. But I am asking you to remember why you stepped away in the first place. Remember the feeling that told you there was something more, something deeper, something that could not be found by simply choosing what was already laid out. Have you heard about the private group of neuroscientists working on brainwaves connected to money? A top researcher revealed this work was based on CIA studies, not meant for public release yet. The result is a simple 7-second ritual, validated by 4 neuroscience labs, now practiced at home. Many who once struggled financially are now living in dream homes, owning luxury cars, and taking luxury vacations. But this page could disappear without warning. Click the link in the description and comments before it vanishes. This path is shaping your strength, your wisdom, and your ability to carry what I am placing in your life. It is not just about where you are going, it is about who you are becoming along the way. And who you are becoming is someone who can hold more, understand more, and give more than you ever imagined. The 2 paths I first placed before you were already structured, already defined, already proven by many before you. But the path you chose demands that you become both the traveler and the creator. And that dual role is what has stretched your spirit in ways you did not expect. There were days when you wished things were simpler, when you looked at others and wondered why their lives seemed more stable, more certain, more predictable. You saw them following clear directions, receiving clear results, and you questioned why your life did not move the same way. But what you did not see is that their path was never meant to hold what your path is preparing you to carry. Simplicity would have limited you, predictability would have restrained you, and comfort would have kept you from discovering your true depth. Type 11. 1. If you believe this third path is teaching you something that cannot be learned through ease alone, It is teaching you how to trust without constant confirmation. You are learning to move forward even when clarity is partial, to make decisions even when certainty is not complete, and to stand firm even when the outcome is not visible. These lessons are not small. They are foundational, and they are shaping the kind of person who can walk through uncertainty without losing direction. You may not realize it yet, but you have already grown far beyond where you once were. The version of you that existed before this path began would not recognize the strength you now carry. You have faced confusion and kept going. You have faced silence and kept believing. And you have faced delays and still held on to hope. That is not weakness. That is resilience. And that resilience is one of the greatest gifts this path is giving you. There is also something else happening beneath the surface that you cannot fully see. As you walk this path, you are breaking patterns that were never meant to continue in your life. You are stepping out of cycles that limited those before you. And you are creating a new direction that will not only affect you, but everyone connected to you. This is why your journey feels so intense at times, because it is not just about you. It is about what flows through you into the lives of others. Type 2222222 to receive miracles. I know there were moments when you thought about going back, when the weight of uncertainty made the familiar seem more appealing. You considered choosing one of the original paths, thinking it might bring you relief or clarity. But something inside you would not allow it. Something deeper kept pulling you forward, even when you did not understand why. That pull was not confusion. It was direction. It was me guiding you in a way that required your full trust. The truth is, the third path is not random. It is not chaotic. And it is not outside of my plan. It is an extension of it. A deeper layer that was always possible but required someone willing to step beyond the obvious. You did not break the plan. You expanded it. And that expansion is what makes your journey so powerful. Heaven was not confused in a negative way. It was in awe of the courage it takes to move beyond what is already laid out. As you continue forward, you will begin to notice that things are aligning in subtle but meaningful ways. You will see opportunities that feel connected to your deeper purpose. You will meet people who resonate with your path, and you will experience moments of clarity that remind you that you are not walking blindly. These moments may not come all at once, but they will come. And when they do, they will confirm that your choice was not a mistake. There will also be challenges, moments where the path feels unclear again, where the weight returns, and where you question everything once more. This is part of the process, not a sign that something is wrong. Growth is not a straight line. It moves in cycles, and each cycle is taking you deeper into who you are meant to become. Do not let temporary confusion make you doubt a permanent calling. You must also understand that the third path requires patience in a different way. The other paths might have offered quicker results or more visible progress. But this path is building something deeper, something that lasts. What is being formed within you cannot be rushed because it is meant to hold a level of purpose that requires stability, wisdom, and strength. Think about how much you have already endured, and how you are still here, still moving, still seeking, still believing. That alone is proof that you are being sustained in ways you may not fully recognize. You are not carrying this path alone. Even when it feels that way, I am walking with you, guiding you, strengthening you, and preparing you for what is ahead. There is a moment coming where everything will begin to make more sense, where the pieces will start to come together, and where you will see how this path has been leading you to something greater than you imagined. That moment will not erase the struggles you faced, but it will give them meaning. It will show you that nothing you went through was wasted. Until that moment arrives, I need you to keep moving forward, even when it is difficult, even when it is unclear, and even when it feels like no one understands your journey. You are not meant to be understood by everyone. You are meant to be aligned with your purpose. And that alignment is more important than approval or recognition. Is it really possible to attract money more naturally using a 7-second ritual? Research connected to the CIA suggests certain brainwave states influence how opportunities appear in your life. This technique, proven by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping people shift away from financial pressure toward improved lifestyles. Many are now stepping into dream homes, driving luxury cars, and enjoying luxury vacations. But this information may not remain online for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. Your path is not behind. It is not delayed. And it is not lost. It is unfolding exactly as it needs to, shaping you into someone who can carry what is coming next. Trust that process. Trust that growth. And trust that your decision to step into the unknown is leading you exactly where you are meant to be. This is not confusion. This is transformation, and it is happening because this third path is not just changing your circumstances, it is reshaping your entire inner world. You are becoming more aware, more grounded, and more aligned with what truly matters. Even if it feels uncomfortable at times, what you once chased is no longer what you desire, and what you once feared no longer has the same power over you. This is one of the clearest signs that you are moving in the right direction, even when the outside does not yet reflect it. Growth often begins internally before it becomes visible externally. And that is exactly what is happening within you. You are being rebuilt from the inside out. And that process cannot be rushed or forced. Type 1010 to receive blessings. There were seasons when you felt like you were losing things, relationships, opportunities, and even parts of yourself. It felt like pieces of your life were being stripped away, leaving you wondering what would remain. But what you did not realize in those moments is that you were not losing what was meant for you. You were being separated from what could not follow you into this new path. Not everything can walk with you into what you are becoming, and letting go is part of making space for what truly belongs. You may have asked yourself why things had to fall apart in order for you to move forward. Why certain connections faded. Why certain plans failed. And why certain doors closed without explanation. But every ending you experienced was creating room for a beginning that aligns with your deeper purpose. If everything had stayed the same, you would not have been able to step fully into this path. This third path requires a level of honesty that many people avoid. It asks you to look at yourself without distraction, without denial, and without the comfort of pretending everything is fine. It invites you to face your fears, your doubts, and your insecurities, not to break you, but to free you from what has been holding you back. And even though that process is not easy, it is necessary for the kind of life you are being prepared to live. Type 1212. If you walk by faith, there is also a quiet strength growing within you that you may not fully recognize yet. It shows up in the way you handle situations that once overwhelmed you, in the way you remain calm in moments that used to shake you, and in the way you continue forward even when things feel uncertain. This strength is not loud or obvious, but it is real, and it is becoming a steady foundation beneath your life. You are learning to rely less on external validation and more on inner clarity. You are beginning to trust your own sense of direction even when it does not match what others expect. This is one of the most important shifts this path is creating within you, because it is moving you from dependence to alignment, and alignment is where true peace begins. There will be times when people around you do not understand your decisions, when they question your choices, or when they try to guide you back to what they believe is safer or more logical. But you must remember that they are seeing your life from the outside while you are experiencing it from within. Their perspective is limited, not because they do not care, but because they are not walking your path. You do not need everyone to understand you in order for your path to be valid. You do not need approval to continue moving forward. And you do not need to explain every step you take. What matters is that you remain connected to the direction you feel within, because that connection is guiding you in ways that go beyond what can be explained. There is also a deeper layer of trust being built between you and me. This path is not just about your growth. It is about your relationship with me becoming stronger, more real, and more personal. You are learning to listen more closely, to sense my presence in subtle ways, and to recognize guidance that does not always come in obvious forms. You may not hear a clear voice telling you exactly what to do, but you feel a quiet knowing that leads you step by step. You may not see a visible sign pointing the way, but you notice patterns, moments, and alignments that guide you forward. This is how I am walking with you on this path, not by controlling every step, but by guiding you through awareness. There is something powerful about the way you chose this path. You did not wait for perfect clarity. You did not wait for complete assurance. And you did not wait for everything to make sense. You moved forward with a sense of trust that came from within, and that trust is what continues to carry you. Now, as you move deeper into this journey, you will begin to see how everything you have gone through is connecting: the struggles, the delays, the unexpected turns. They are all part of a larger picture that is slowly coming into focus. You may not see the entire picture yet, but you are starting to recognize pieces of it. And those pieces are enough to keep you moving forward. There is a purpose behind every step you have taken, even the ones you doubted. Nothing has been wasted. Nothing has been meaningless. And nothing has been outside of what is shaping you. You are being prepared for something that requires this exact journey, this exact growth, and this exact transformation. What if most people struggle financially because they never activate a specific brainwave? Leading neuroscientists point to CIA-linked research that highlights this missing link. The simple 7-second practice, supported by research from 4 neuroscience laboratories, has inspired many people to change the way they approach their finances and create better results. Countless individuals say they have transformed their lives, moving into beautiful homes, driving luxury vehicles, and enjoying dream vacations. This opportunity may not remain available for long, so be sure to visit the link in the description and pinned comment before it disappears. The burden you have been carrying is not simply the result of your own personal growth. It also comes from the purpose you are being prepared to carry into the future. Your journey has never been only about reaching a destination. It is about becoming someone whose life will encourage others who are still searching for hope and direction. One day, people will look at your story and find the courage to keep moving, because you refuse to settle for the path everyone expected you to take. They will see that fear does not have to determine a person's future. They will understand that confusion does not have the final word, They will realize that the limits placed before them are not permanent. Your life is becoming living proof that there is more waiting beyond the choices the world believes are the only possibilities. That is why your road has been so different. Your testimony is meant to unlock hope for those who feel trapped between options that never truly reflected who they were created to become. If you believe miracles are on their way, type 222 inches, the comments. There is another truth I want you to understand. Little by little, you are discovering that holding tightly to control is not the same as following true direction. The two familiar paths each offered a different kind of certainty. One promised security, while the other relied on discipline and structure. But the road you are walking now is teaching you something far greater. It is teaching you to surrender not as a sign of defeat, but as an expression of trust. You are learning to follow my guidance instead of relying on constant effort. You are discovering the peace that comes from allowing my plan to unfold, rather than trying to force every result with your own strength. Think about the times when unexpected doors opened before you. Remember the moments when help arrived exactly when you needed it, or when situations changed for the better without anything you could have arranged yourself. Those moments were never accidents. They were reminders that my hand has been leading you all along. Even when you could not yet recognize the path before you, they are confirmations that you are being supported in ways that go beyond your own actions. When you release the need to control everything, you make space for these kinds of moments to happen more often. This does not mean you stop taking action or stop making decisions. It means you act with awareness instead of fear, and you decide with clarity instead of pressure. You are learning to move in alignment rather than reaction. And that shift is what allows this path to unfold in a way that feels natural, even when it is unfamiliar. Type yes to receive miracles. There will be moments when your faith is tested, not because you are being punished, but because you are being strengthened. These tests will not always look like obstacles. Sometimes they will look like delays, sometimes like silence, and sometimes like uncertainty, but each one is shaping your ability to remain steady, to stay grounded, and to continue moving forward without losing your sense of direction. You must not interpret these moments as signs that you are on the wrong path. Instead, see them as part of the process that is building your capacity. What is coming into your life will require a level of stability that can only be developed through these experiences. You are being prepared, not held back. There is also a shift happening in the way you see yourself. You are no longer defining your worth based on what you achieve or what others think. You are beginning to understand that your value comes from who you are, not just what you do. This understanding is freeing you from the pressure to prove yourself, and it is allowing you to move with a sense of calm, confidence. This confidence is not loud or forceful. It is quiet and steady. It shows up in your decisions, in your presence, and in the way you carry yourself through challenges. It is a reflection of the inner work you have been doing, even when no one else could see it. And this kind of confidence is what will support you as you step into what is ahead. There is something important you need to hold on to as you continue. This path may not always make sense to others, and it may not always feel easy to you, but it is leading you exactly where you need to be. Every step you take is building something within you that cannot be taken away. Something that will support you in ways that go beyond circumstances. You are not meant to rush this process or force it to unfold faster. What is being built requires time, patience, and consistency. And even though you may feel eager to see results, trust that what is being prepared is worth the wait. Quick outcomes often lack depth. but what you are receiving will have both depth and lasting impact. There is also a moment coming where you will be asked to step forward in a way that feels significant. It may be an opportunity, a decision, or a shift that requires you to fully trust yourself and the path you have been walking. When that moment comes, do not hesitate or doubt yourself. Everything you have been through has been preparing you for that step. You will recognize that moment because it will feel aligned even if it is challenging. It will feel like a natural progression of everything you have experienced so far. And when you take that step, you will begin to see how this third path is opening doors that were not visible before. Remember, you are not alone in this journey, even in moments of silence, even in times of uncertainty. I am with you. I am guiding you through the subtle, through the quiet, and through the unseen. Trust that presence, trust that guidance, and trust that you are exactly where you need to be. Now you are entering a deeper phase of this path, one that will begin to reveal why everything had to happen the way it did. What once felt like confusion will slowly turn into understanding, and what once felt like loss will begin to show its hidden purpose. This is the stage where your perspective begins to shift in a way that brings peace, not because everything is perfect, but because you start to see how everything is connected. You are no longer just reacting to what happens. You are beginning to recognize the meaning behind it. There is a quiet unfolding taking place within your life right now. It may not be loud or dramatic, but it is steady and real. Things are aligning in ways that you might only notice if you pay close attention. Small changes, subtle opportunities, and unexpected clarity are beginning to appear. And these are signs that your path is opening up. Type 777. If you trust God, how are people moving from financial stress to more comfortable lifestyles so quickly? A CIA-linked study suggests a simple 7-second brain ritual may influence how people respond to opportunities, supported by 4 neuroscience labs. This method is helping individuals improve daily life. Many are now stepping into dream homes, upgrading to luxury cars, and taking luxury vacations. But this page could be deleted at any time. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. You must not overlook these small shifts because they are building towards something greater. Often people expect big signs or dramatic moments to confirm they are on the right path. But the truth is that alignment usually begins in quiet ways. A new thought, a different feeling, a sense of calm where there used to be anxiety. These are the first signs that things are moving in the right direction. What you are experiencing now is the beginning of that alignment, becoming visible. There is also a deeper level of awareness growing within you. You are starting to see things more clearly, not just around you, but within you. You are recognizing patterns, understanding your reactions, and becoming more conscious of your choices. This awareness is one of the most powerful gifts of this third path because it allows you to move forward with intention instead of habit. As this awareness grows, you will find it easier to make decisions that truly align with who you are becoming. You will feel less pulled by external pressure and more guided by inner clarity. This does not mean every decision will be easy, but it means you will have a stronger sense of direction when you make them. And that direction will bring a deeper sense of peace even in uncertainty. Type 111 to affirm. There is something else you need to understand about this phase. You are being prepared to receive in a way you have not experienced before. The reason things have felt slow or uncertain is because your foundation is being strengthened. What is coming into your life requires stability, And that stability is being built within you right now. If everything had come quickly, you would not have been ready to hold it. You might have lost it, misused it, or been overwhelmed by it. But now, through everything you have experienced, you are becoming someone who can receive and sustain what is meant for you. This is why your journey has been different, because what you are preparing for is different. You may also begin to notice a shift in the way others respond to you. People may start to see something in you that they could not see before. They may be drawn to your presence, your calmness, or your clarity. This is not something you need to force or try to create. It is a natural result of the growth that has been happening within you. At the same time, there may be people who drift away, who no longer feel connected to your energy or your direction. This is also part of the process. Not everyone is meant to walk with you into this next phase, and that is not a loss. It is alignment. Those who are meant to stay will stay, and those who are not will naturally fall away. You are stepping into a space where your life begins to feel more intentional. You are no longer moving without awareness. You are no longer wandering without direction. Every choice you make is becoming more intentional, shaped by wisdom instead of fear. That does not mean you have every answer today, but it does mean your heart is becoming more closely aligned with the path I have prepared for you. That growing connection will be the light that leads you through every season that is still to come. A significant moment is drawing near. It may arrive as an unexpected opportunity, a long-awaited breakthrough, or a simple realization that completely changes the way you understand your journey. When it comes, you will recognize it deep within your spirit. You will know that every challenge, every delay, and every lesson has been leading you to that very moment. Do not try to hurry what I have already set in motion. There is no need to force what has been prepared in my perfect timing. Continue walking faithfully, just as you have been patiently, thoughtfully, and with confidence that I am directing every step. What truly belongs to you will never require desperation to obtain. When it arrives, it will come with peace, stability, and the unmistakable assurance that it is exactly where you are meant to be. Never forget how far you have already come. Even if you rarely stop to notice it, you have grown stronger than you once imagined. Your understanding has deepened. Your discernment has sharpened. Every experience, whether joyful or painful, has been shaping you for the future. I have been preparing all along. Nothing you have endured has been meaningless. Every season has served a purpose, even those that seemed filled with unanswered questions. As you continue moving forward, remember that you have never been walking alone. I have been beside you through every victory and every struggle, guiding your steps and supporting you in ways that often remained hidden until the right moment. Place your trust in my presence. Rely on my direction, and believe that you are exactly where you need to be today. This third path is no longer simply the road beneath your feet. It is becoming a truth. Your heart understands. As that understanding grows, your confidence will become stronger, your peace will become deeper, and your courage will replace every lingering fear. The future before you is not something to shrink back from. It is an invitation to move forward with faith, knowing that I have gone before you and prepared the way.